Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm here with Janette. I'm excited to have her here. She's someone I've been working with and improving my mindsets and positivity and energy. And it's really been helping me with my family and work and everything. So I asked her to come on and share some fun tidbits about, she has a lot of great advice for parenting. And so I thought she could share a couple of her favorites. Go ahead.
So I have two children with ADHD and oppositional defiance disorder. They are now in their 20s, but parenting them was quite a challenge when they were little. And if you've got children with maybe I don't want to call them issues, just characteristics, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And one of the things that I have learned, the number one most important thing that I learned is that you cannot determine your self-worth and base it on the actions and decisions of your children. And doing that will totally take your power away and take away your ability to connect with your children, because you always be mad at them because they're embarrassing you and they're making you look bad and you feel like they're making you look like a bad parent. But when you can realize that your self-worth does not depend on their actions, that those are things that they're just part of the things that they are here to learn about on the earth, then you're able to disconnect yourself and actually look in and see what is going on with those children. Why are they misbehaving in class? Why are they getting in trouble? How can we diminish the distractions? And you also will be more in tune with your intuition, which then you can be inspired to find the resources and things and know whether your child needs medication or not. And all of those things that can help your child and you have a better relationship and a better experience with friends and school. So, yeah, that's my tip.
I love that. It's just a total mindset change. And it gives you back your power. Yeah. Instead of like your child every time meltdown that they have, it's like you're being defeated when you feel like a failure sometimes. And so when you are able to separate, it's awesome.
It really makes all the difference in the world in your ability to handle and not make these children feel like a burden, like a pain in the neck, which only diminishes their self-worth, which only makes the problem worse.
And I found too, when I started doing that, like you really do get to see more like, oh, that they already feel like crud doing, they know what they're doing is bad, but they can't stop themselves to a point. They're meltdown. And then, afterwards, you get the comments like, I just want to be like everyone else, or I want something else, or, and you realize you get to see it better instead of being in the middle of the funnel. You get to be outside and be able to see what's going on.
Well, and see their heart and their, how they really are so tender inside, and they really don't want to be the pain in the neck that they're being. They just don't know how to be different. And knowing that you love them and you have their back can make all the difference in the world.
Awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your business and what you do.
So my business is called Transformation Energy Work, and my children are actually one of the reasons that led me to doing this work. And just a real easy way to explain energy work is I compare all of us to a hot air balloon. We are meant to soar and be our potential, but it's the sandbags that keep us from fully being able to step into our potential. And those sandbags are those blocks, those fears, those sabotages that hold us back in our lives. And so through energy work, it's just a powerful tool to be able to tune into the spirit who knows the truth of who you are and get to what those sandbags really are. Another analogy that I also use, especially when people ask me, well, what's the difference between this and therapy? Well, I don't feel like energy work is therapy. It goes so much deeper and is different. Because again, if you compare your life to a garden, our lives are meant to be beautiful, but all gardens have a weed or two or three or four. And it's those weeds that create any unhappiness that we might be experiencing. And we can see that the stalk and the leaves of that weed and keep trying to pull up or change that. But anyway, my phone just barely got a call. But if you don't pull a weed out by its root, then it just continues to grow back. And energy work can get below the surface to the root and even the seed of what is creating that weed. And most of the time, the seed is generational, and the root is something that happened clear back in childhood that you don't even remember. And the cool part is you don't have to remember everything about that incident or even know what the incident is, but your spirit knows what it is. And it's just helpful to get into the trapped emotions and the fears and the false beliefs that were created by that are still affecting the way that you navigate your life today. And so getting rid of the heavy energy and fears, false beliefs, sabotages, all of those things, and then teaching you how to change your mindset to a more empowering, positive mindset is just, it's a fabulous, powerful tool to be able to help you really step in and live your truth and be the person that you were created to be.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so since I'm my oil genie, I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite oil?
Oh gosh, I have several favorite oils. In fact, I muscle test. Muscle testing is a tool that I use, and every day I will muscle test and ask what oil my body needs. And then I'll go to my emotion oil book and figure out why my body wants that oil. As far as a physical, On Guard is my favorite, because anytime I have just a tickle in my throat, or I feel like I'm coming down with something, I can just take some On Guard and immediately it just nips it in the bud. And I honestly have not been sick for years, and I attribute that to On Guard, which kills viruses, and Melaleuca, which kills bacteria in your body.
Awesome. Okay, and so you have your boys. What was their favorite oil, since you talked about your boys a little?
I've just only gotten into oils in the past couple of years. It wasn't
Okay.
something that I had when they were little. So my kids, well, I would say On Guard is their favorite oil, because the same thing, when they're starting to get sick, they go right into my oil, pop some On Guard in their mouth, and they are big believers in On Guard.
It has that cinnamon too, which is good for blood sugar.
Yeah, definitely.
And mediate those moods. Okay, and then I think that's it. Yeah, thank you so much. How can they find out more information if anybody wants to reach?
Well, if you want to find out more about transformation energy work and my coaching program, or even learning how to do energy work, you can go to my website at www.transformationenergywork.com, and feel free to book a mini session. It's only $30, and it's just a way to dip your toe in and really find out what it really is and what it can do for you.
Awesome. And I'll put that link below in the video description. And then if you want more oil tips or how to use oils emotionally and physically for your family, you can join the My Oil Genie community. I'll put a link below. And thank you so much for coming on.
Michelle, thank you. It was a great opportunity, and it has just been a true joy to get to know you. So thank you.
Thanks.